Hello, lovely souls, starseeds, light workers, sensitive beings. I assume a lot of you are highly sensitive, like I am, and that's why you might be drawn to come across this video. So I welcome you. And I pray that all the messages that I bring through, all the transmissions I bring through, truly help you and support you to just become more of who you truly are in your sensitivity, in your uniqueness, in your weirdness, whatever that looks like for you, but with more boldness, with more confidence in that. I feel like we've been, as us sensitives, I'm obviously speaking very generally, those of us who feel like the odd ones out, the ones who have gone through a lot of trauma probably, and felt alone and felt that life is really harsh and you're not cut out for this world and that you might want to go home to the stars and all of that. Now is our time. Now is our time to move beyond the patterns of constraint and limitation that have held us in that being defective and that being not enough. It's time for us to rise into our strength in our sensitivity, in our empathy, in our intuitiveness. These are magical gifts. And in a way, we're the forerunners for what's coming in a new earth, because we are bringing this frequency to co-create this more in the world where everyone is like, we're kind of the normal ones. We're the ones who are aligned with knowing the interconnection of all that is, knowing that what we feel and what we are has an effect on others because we are one. So when we feel what other people are going through, when we're sensitive to the energies, it's because that is our true nature. And that's what we need to bring more of ourselves to the world in this truth. And it's been a long time of struggle and challenge with this. And I'm not saying it's all going to suddenly get easier, but I do really feel that whereas we've kind of played into that being a problem and being an issue, now is the time that that exact uniqueness, that exact vulnerability, that exact exquisite sensitivity is rising into its strength. And this energy and our gifts that we are as these empathic, sensitive beings are exactly what the world needs right now, not like in a few years or a few months, right now. Like I've been getting the message to be who you're becoming now. Be that strength. Be that version of yourself that you visualize and you just know is there, of you being you, but with much more strength and resilience, you being you, but with a regulated nervous system, you being you, but with that courage and that passion to move forward on your dreams, to express yourself uniquely and authentically, to put yourself out there, so to speak, whatever that means for you, because there is a myriad of ways that could be expressed, but it's time for us to bring our uniqueness to the world in confidence. As you know, if you watch my videos, everything I share is what I'm going through and what I've been through. So I can speak from absolute experience and authenticity when I share with you, because I've been going through these challenges. I'm so highly sensitive, energetically, specifically. I'm so empathic. And I've just felt that is such a burden for so long. I haven't felt that sensitivity is my superpower. I haven't felt that empathy is an exquisite gift, but I'm starting to. And what I've been going through for several years and through this ascension process is discarding the limited belief systems around that, the limited patterns that I might have placed around that from years back, or even from lifetimes, where that has been so painful to be that in the world. And, you know, all the consequences of being that, of being bullied at school, of being shunned, of ridicule, abandonment, all these really deep wounds that, again, often come from other lifetimes as well, that thread into this lifetime. It's not just from here, but obviously through childhood experiences. These run deep. And now is the time where these deep wounds are coming up to be healed, so we can move onwards and upwards and truly be on this ascension timeline where we can bring the magic and the mystery and the beauty of our sensitivity and empathy to the world without that baggage and those stories based in old wounds and traumas. That is coming up to come out, and it can be a really painful, destructive process. I've been clearing immense trauma from my cellular memory. And of course, this isn't, this is implicit memory. It's not the kind of memory you just consciously remember. It's like in the cells, it's in the fascia, it's in your organs. And, the work, you might call it, I don't like to use the work, the process maybe is a better word to use for our awakening journey, is to embody more of our light so that we can meet all this wounding and transmute it, and then choose a new way of being within that gift of sensitivity, but with more resilience and more courage and more strength to fulfill our missions and to bring our light to the world, because we are the ones who are sensitive. We are the ones who sense the planetary movements, the light codes. We are the ones to bring these magical frequencies and to ground and anchor them through these bodies here on Earth. I'm a starseed. I have an incredible cosmic heritage that is vast, as many of you do. But we're here on the planet to bring that into our bodies and down to Earth. This is a time where we can ascend through our physical experience, through coming into the third density, to expand and evolve and grow through it and ascend through it, which is a new thing. And it can be very, very tough and challenging on the vessel, because we haven't had physical vessels before. We haven't had, or we haven't had much experience of that. We're used to being in pure light. And so this journey is of challenge, is of learning and experimenting how we can be this light in physical form and ascend through our physical bodies. As I've often spoken about, more of a feminine approach, of a descension process rather than ascending out of the body. Many of us have already spent many years through trauma in dissociation, not in our bodies at all. And from these recurrent, speaking for myself, I did. And now I'm becoming more fully embodied and taking up real space here and pulling my power back, coming back into my own authority, where, of course, often as sensitive beings, where we don't feel strong enough or don't feel enough and have real self-worth issues due to all the trauma and the pain and the wounding, we give our power away to others. And so we end up in this sort of cycle, or these cycles of the power always being outside of us because we're too sensitive, we're not enough. So therefore we need to find that strength that we don't feel within, in a guru or in a modality or in a mentor even. Not that any of those things are wrong. We all need teachers. We're all here to grow and evolve with each other. And of course, I absolutely am all for that. But when we give our power away, it's a really subtle thing sometimes. And this is something I work with a lot of my clients, still placing the power in their guides, in their angels. It's like, oh, my guides told me, or the angels told me this. And I'm like, okay, so how do you feel about that? And what is your interpretation of that? I always say who I work with. We're in collaboration. There's no hierarchy. We've got to we're in the process of really wiping out or dissolving this illusion of hierarchy that's been in place for a long, long, long time. And it can play out really subtly. And I'm the first to admit, when I first came on this spiritual journey, I was doing that. I was using my oracle cards as a way to be told what I needed to know, rather than actually use my intuition and being my sovereignty when reading oracle cards. And I would look at other teachers. I thought, oh wow, they're amazing, and listen to everything they said without actually using discernment and coming into my my own sense of knowing, my instinct, my gut instinct and my intuition. And just while I'm on this track, what came to mind then was, the reason is because often when we're not in our bodies, we can't discern, we can't use that instinct because it's all within the body that we experience that. We experience the wisdom of our gut. We experience the wisdom of, we have so many, all of our body is wisdom. We experience wisdom through our skin, through our bones. But I'm talking about, the main centers, our gut wisdom, our soul wisdom, our heart is our intuition. And then, of course, our inner sight. And when we can be fully in our bodies and really take up space here and be present, which can be a process of healing trauma and doing the work, the process, we meet all this stuff. And then we're like, oh, this is actually not mine. I need to I can listen to my instinct now. I can listen to my intuition now. I can come into my heart now. And that's the process of embodiment, of embodying our light, bringing our soul wisdom into this vessel and listening to the wisdom here and not looking to outside. And therefore, when we're fully present in our bodies, we can be in our sensitivity without it turning into this massive fear response and trauma response. And of course, it's a process. It takes time and healing, and it's taken me years of healing. And this is the ascension process or the awakening journey that many of us are going through. As starseeds, as sensitive souls, if we're starseeds, and it can feel immensely challenging being in a physical vessel here on Earth in this third density, because that's really bringing our frequency down. And what I've learned is that we can easily get lost and mired in the lower vibrational aspects of our human experience rather than meeting it as the light we are to transmute it. And so I feel like this process is really important to remember when we're stuck in that this is too the emotional side of being human. I feel like I've got so much I want to say, and I want to keep it clear and focused. So we need to come back into our bodies to really access the intuition, bring our power back to here so we can truly come from our own inner authority and be the sensitive, powerful, sensitive beings that we came here to be. So we can bring forth our deepest wisdom, our highest truths. I always say, like, highest and deep is the same thing. So I always think what is really deep within is our highest wisdom. It resides here, within here. And to move past this hierarchical system, even in spirituality, to move past this time of separation and forgetfulness, we're here to remember who we truly are now, embody that and bring that to the world in everything that we are. And this is a process I'm going through, and I assume many of you too are. So I'm hoping this is helping to encourage you and support you in your process. And I'd like to share a light language transmission that might be of assistance to those watching today. We're at the beginning of February as I record this. I'm on the 1st of February, and I'm feeling a real shift of energy already going into February. And this is not a forecast or anything like that. I don't do forecasts or predictions. I'm simply offering codes that can help harmonize you, help you harmonize to the energies that are going on at the moment, and help you come into more your own discernment and empowerment through this process you're going through. And I'm feeling that this is a time where we're here to remember that deep knowledge that has been obscured or forgotten, that is within us. And it's all coming into remembrance in the perfect divine way for us and our journeys. And it's not necessarily a knowledge from the mind. So the more we're in our mind, trying to think it through, and I speak from experience, when we really want to know, we really want to know who we are, who we're here to be, what's our calling, what are our gifts, all of that stuff that all of us question. It can't be thought through. It's in the cells, it's in the body, it's in our DNA. And as we bring through, as I bring through like these light codes, for example, this helps your remembrance. This helps activate your remembrance of your uniqueness that then can come more and more to the fore to really, really be brought to the world with that confidence and boldness that I talked about at the beginning. And this is the time for this. And I feel like this year has been accelerated, like straight in, feet hitting the ground. And January was a really tough month for me. I really felt the energy was very, very strongly. And I feel it, not sure if February is going to be much better, but I'm not at the moment. I'm feeling it is a bit different. I'm feeling a real clarity coming through, like this real access to deeper knowledge, like some more clouds being cleared, so to speak, or more fog being cleared, so we can access. I'm not even just going up, I'm sort of doing this because it's like here, it's in our fields, it's here now. It's just not been visible to us or not been accessible to us. And so I feel like these times are really when we are awakening to that truth and remembering who we truly are so we can bring that to the world. But it takes a lot of perseverance and courage and stepping into that new version of us and continuously checking in with your behaviors and your thought processes and where you're focusing your attention. Say, is this really still aligned with my path? Is this still aligned with who I came here to be? Is this still helpful? That's a good one. There's no judgment there. Is this helpful? Is this beneficial to me to continue this way? And again, listen here. Listen with your body. Listen with your cells. I'm a great believer in accessing our wisdom through coming more into the body. And so bodily practices, dance, heart coherence techniques, anything that helps you, yoga, maybe qigong, just play, dancing around to some fun music. It doesn't always mean sitting in stillness. It can do. That's one way. But for me, accessing that knowledge that's held within the body means coming into the body. So yeah, let's see what wants to come through to help with this embodiment process, to help with the energies of February, to help you access the true knowledge and the wisdom that is held within your body. Let's see if what wants to come through to help you with all of this. It's still the same themes I'm talking about, really strengthening you as a sensitive, being more embodied as a starseed, being more of the grounded starseed, being more confident in who you are, really bringing through your actions your light to the world. So let's see. And all of this is what I'm going through as well. So I'm feeling like, yes, it's a time of steeping into deeper wisdom. So, and it's like we're going deeper. We're going deeper like a tea bag, steeping even deeper. So more of that essence, all that's in that tea bag, that is funny message I'm getting. So you just imagine you're like all your gifts are all these different imagine you've got this amazing tea with all these different ingredients, this lovely herbal tea, you've got a bit of turmeric in there, you've got some rose hips, you've got some ginger. And so you've got all these magical properties that are all in this tea bag. It's like so far that's just sort of been dunked in the water and not much is infused into the water. And so you're just getting this weak dilution, or you're not really getting the flavor, the true flavor. But now I'm getting the message that it's time that is steeping, that tea bag is steeping much deeper. So more of that pure essence that you are, all that uniqueness you are, all these different flavors that make up you are able to infuse fully into the water, which is infusing and embodied into who you are, so that can be experienced in its full flavorsomeness. Yeah, so let's see. Gatto karatike shwikeranno koshwa, ikaratishano, ottigrestitishura gattokorashwanike ishe, ottograttikarashwa, tekanakotokarashwana, ishano. Kittegrattokorashwani. Yes, so as I should have said before I started, come into your heart and just relax if you're ready to receive this transmission. I invite you to just center in your heart and give yourself time and space to do this without distraction. Kia kotaka etikara to wutikara shwek anaka tikara wutikara nikishe ataka ni ko kotaka shwek shit kara loko tikishun. Tikara no koto etikara shwana ka tikara no koto shwat anika takara no koto shwatna iki isha ka tikara no koto shwat ini. Ke tikara takara no koto shwata ka anaka tikara no koto shwat tikara koto shwana ka tat no koto kara wutikara tikisha ikara koto kara no tikara no koto shwat ini ikara ka tikara to koto tikara to shwat ini. Wutikara shwana ka tikara no koto shwana. Kia iharo kotokarashwani. Iki ishakana kotokarashwitikarashni. Ishakana kotokarano kitikarashani. Iki ishakana kotokarano kitikarana kokushwatakana kotokarashwani. Kiana ko oshwana kaniana kotokarashwana kitikarashwatakara kotokarashwani. Iana kotokarashwataka inikishitikarano koshwani. Sheana kotoriana, sheana kotoriana, sheana kotoriana. Ishakanu. Kiattagrani shakanu, ike ishakanu. Ike ikata kotogradu mitigrishini. Iki shakanu ko owani shashniaku. Ike ishakanu ko utekwati kirashwani ka anakatish. Ike tegrano kotograshwana ka tegrano kotoshwani. Ike ishana ko utigradi kiran shwuttikana niketishwat. Ike itegrado shwattikana kotorami irakatoriane. Irkavatorian. Ikratoriana. Ishwat. Ikano kotograshwana. Ike ishakanu kotograshwana ka tegrano kotoshwana. Kia kotokarana katikarana kotikarashini. Tuttikarani ki shattakarano kotokarashwana katakarano kotokarashwani. Tikarano kotokarashwana katakarano kotokarashwani. Tishana kotokarashwa tikarashwa takarakit tikratut tikratut tikratut. Kia shania otokarani akshana ko oriani ke ishini. Itikarana katakata kotokarashwa tikarini katakarashwa takandikatakano kotokarashwa tikarani yakatokarashwa takatikara kotokarashwa takani. Otokaratikarano kotokarashwa takatikara kotokarashwa takatakara kotokarashwa wit. Ikshitikarado tikarashwa inikatakarano kotokarashwiano. Ikaratakara kotorashwa katirano kotokarano tikarano tikarishwa katatakarado tokarashwa. Yeah, so partly what I'm feeling with this remembering our knowledge is also about the third eye and the pineal. It's like, the veil is lifting more, more is being revealed. Tikradisha no ko otikrashwadaka nisha, orianisha, ki tikra kotokoshwadike nikitishwat kotokotokoshwat kenikitikratokoshwana, ikishenikera no kotokrashwani. Ishenikera no kotokrashwana. Kianisha, orianisha, ki isheni. Haya no korea takashana katokoranisha tikira no kotokrashwani, itikrashwana kano kotokrashwani kitikra no tokrashwana, irano. Tukra tikran shwata grande kitisha tikra ano kotokrashwani, tikra nisha no kotokrashwani, ikrato otokrashwana kanta, ikrato krashwana, irano, oriana. Utikreshi ikerano koshwana, ikini, otokrashwate ikrashwat, ikishe, otokrashwana katigranishe, ikrashe, otokrashwani katigrano kotokrashwana katigrano kotokrashwana. Kia nisha kator iane kisha. Otokra wikishini ika kotokra she ike ne ikra ko shwakani ike shakano kotokra patitikra shwatik ishini ke tigra to shwani ike shwakano kotokra shwani ke tigra ne kisha ike itegra to kotokra shwani ke tigra na kotok shwini ke tisha ikra to kra tigra to shwani ikato ko shwata kanike ishakato ike tigra shwani ke ini ikra to kra no takra ishakani ikra to ikra tot o kotokrashpatikani shini ikana kotokrashwani. Sheano kotoriana, ishano. Ya no ko I tigra shana, o tiga shiki ini, o tiga e tigra shpatiki ishini tigra no ko shwana. Iki ishaka no ko tigra niki sha, iki e tigra no ko tuka shwani, ki tigra tu ko tigra tigra shini ki tigra no ko tuka shwani, iki shepne ka tuka ono tuka yana. Ki ishana ka ika da ono ko tiga shwani ka ini ki tigra shwata ka ni, iki ishana ka tigra no ko shwani, iki ishana ka ono ko tigra shwani ki tigra ni ka tuka shwana, iki itigra ko tigra shwana, ki tigra no ko tigra na ka tu shwat ikanini. O te kara ini ke te shwanakati e nana koto rana wari ke te shwit ani, I kara anu koto koto shwat ani, I kara anu koto koto shwat ani, I kara tete ana koto re ana wat, te kara ani ke te ka shwata kane kata kara anu koto ke shwini. I ka te ano ko te ke she ke te rana koto ka isha, iki ike e rana koto ka shwi, iki ni ki te kara koto ka shwanai. Iki, e ka toko ra wata kara nishani, o ko toko ro shwa, iki o ko shwaka ni ke te rana ko shwaka ni, iki e shaka no koto kara shwani ka te, iki a shwaka no, o te kara shwana ka taka na koto koro, i te kara shwit, ini ke ni, o te kara shwana, I kara na kata kara koto kara shwit, ini ke shwit, ini. Okay, there's quite cleanse going on here. I ka tigra ana ko te pare ke te shwara ka ani ka tigra ana ko te shwara ani ka tigra ana ko te shwara ka tigra ana ko te shwara ka tigra ana ko te shwara tigra ka tigra to put ke shwara ani ka tigra to put ke tigra ana I ka tigra ana ko te shwara ka ani ka tigra ana ko te ana I ka tigra shwara ka tigra ana ko te shwara tigra ni sha tigra ana ko te shwara ka tigra ana ko te shwara I ka tigra ana ko te shwara tigra ana ko te shwara tigra ana ka te Kia ka te karana koto kara shwane ki te karana koto I shwit te kana ki te karana koto I shwit ini yakano I te kara shwane. She ka to karani ke te shiana koto kara shwana. So clearing some of these mental habits, patterns. I'm familiar with this where you just don't realize you're hooking into old patterns of like procrastination and self-doubt, a lot of fear. And of course, these are all trauma responses, so there's no judgment. But you can move through this faster than you're led to believe. And it takes constant, self-awareness to realize when you're going into those old patterns. And it will manifest as something, you won't realize that. It's like the resistance that comes up will probably be like, oh, I feel really ill, or I feel really tired, or I feel really like something that is not real. I know that sounds crazy, but it's not real. Once you realize it's just a pattern that's manifesting to try and block you from moving forward, you have to have that strength to go, oh, this isn't a real pattern. This pattern's no longer relevant. We can move through this. We can move onwards, upwards. Again, speaking from experience, I have to do this. Kia shwana ka ano ko ore anisha, o te groshwana, o te groshwana, o te groshwana. I te rano ko shwa, tika anisha ni, I ka akwata grahini ka to groshwani, I tsha, I ka ko to groshwana. I te grano ko ta ka shwiti ka ni ka ta no ko to shwani ka te ana ko to groshwani. Tiana na ka te rano ko to groshwani ka te rano ko sh, I ka e ka rano ko to groshwani. I she e na ko to rani ka I she ka ta krono ko te shwit eni, I ka rano ko te shwit, I ka ni ka ta grano ko to shwit, I ni ka ta ka rana, I ka te te grano ko to shwina. Yakorianisha, Yakatorianisha, Ishano, Ishano, Ishano. So I'm hearing keep going. Your strength is acknowledged. Your perseverance is noted. You are made for these times. That's the thing. It's hard to believe that we're made for these times because it feels the opposite, but we are. Otherwise, we wouldn't be here. If you feel that call in your soul to be a light worker, a starseed, to bring your gifts as a healer, as a oracle or whatever you're feeling in the call is within your soul, even if you're not sure what that is, then you are here for this at this time, and you do have what it takes. You are capable. And part of this healing process is releasing all that is preventing us from really knowing that to be true. It's kind of like the Matrix, when Neo suddenly realizes his power, and he just meets all this resistance, all the men in black, with kind of like complete ease. And we're kind of moving into that level of embodiment and empowerment where like, I got this. I'm built for this. I'm here for this. That means I'm capable of moving through it. That means nothing can stop me. Not even my own thoughts, not even my own limitations. So I hope this encourages you. I didn't really expect all of this to come through today. This is obviously what needed to be said. Again, it's a message for me as it is for you. I'm here with you on this journey. There is no hierarchy. I might have a certain skill set I can bring that supports you, but you have what you need within you as well. So I encourage you to keep onwards through the month of February with resilience. Tap into that inner wisdom that is here for you. I feel like you will remember more of who you truly are this month. More is coming online. Partly, I feel that's the Uranus energies that, now Uranus is direct. There's that kind of electrical awakening energy that is playing out. So we can really suddenly remember stuff or get sudden insights. Quite exciting. So I'd love to hear from you. If you would love to comment below, I welcome that, because I do like to read your comments. And I hope this really helps bring more clarity, help you to feel more empowered, stronger, clearer, to continue on your path in times when you feel like, oh, it's just too much. And feel free to subscribe if you feel called to watch more videos like this. I ask you to use your discernment about what's right for you and what's not right for you. I do offer a free light language transmission, and the one I have at the moment is actually an activation. It's a beautiful diamond crystalline light body activation and attunement. And so you're welcome to access that by clicking the link below. I also have within that an invite to my weekly group meditation and light language healing. So you get 2 for 1. And so welcome that. I welcome you to that. And I've also just created a more personalized, it's a group February energy transmission. And so what I do here is obviously quite open, and we're on YouTube, so I can only do so much. And it's a kind of broad broadcast. And it's kind of light language light, if you like, even though it's great. What I've created within this February light language transmission is something a little bit deeper, and it's specifically for those who sign up. So for that, I ask for a donation. I'm asking just for £5 or whatever you want to pay. But this is, I've created this beautiful light language transmission to help you through all the energetics, whatever that means for you for the month of February 2024. You can sign up at any time and you have access to the recording for the whole month. So if this feels like something you would like to check out, I invite you to click the link below, and it's, you can listen to it all throughout the month if that supports you. And again, it's really for those who sign up for the group. So it's much more personalized in that sense. Your energy is included in the group energetics for that. And if you would like to explore more ways of working for me, all the details are below. And I love doing this work. I love bringing these magical gifts of mine to the world, even though they are our way out for a lot of people. And I hope that me doing this and bringing this through encourages you to do the same. If you've got something magical to bring it. It's now is the time, as I said. So with that said, I will close this transmission, and I wish you lots of love and blessings for the month ahead. Yeah, take care.